And now it's time to keep up with the Kims. I'm talking about the Kims of North Korea. Kim Jong-UN has no intention of giving up his nuclear arsenal. Lately, he's been making it a point to remind the world about this. How? Two things: a showcase of said arsenal and a clear succession plan. North Korea's military strength had its biggest display yet. It happened at the nighttime military parade on Wednesday. He showcased a dozen Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles, or ICBMs. But it wasn't just the monster missiles that he showed off. It was also his daughter, almost as an insurance, a warning against any move to topple his regime. South Korea is scared, though in a veiled fashion. Experts say China should be worried too. And in theory, so should the US. Why? Do they plan to respond to North Korea? And what role does Kim's daughter play here? Our next report tells you all about it.
North Korea has been making headlines again. Its nuclear attack capability was on its biggest display yet. We're talking about this military parade, a widely anticipated event. It marked the founding anniversary of the North Korean army. Why is it making headlines? Because of two things: ICBMs and the possibility of a clear succession plan. What are ICBMs? Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles. A dozen of them were on display. Last year, North Korea tested more missiles than any time in its history. And that's not all. Recently, Kim Jong-un made an announcement. He called for an exponential increase in the country's nuclear arsenal. He demanded complete war preparedness. Why? As a response to supposed threats from South Korea and the US. And these long-range ICBMs are quite the response. That too, less than 2 months after the announcement. This response has triggered fear. This nuclear arsenal could potentially overwhelm American nuclear defenses. So the US had its own response to the parade. It conducted high-profile joint military drills. That too with the North's undoubted enemy, South Korea. Tensions are likely to rise further. The US-South Korea annual military exercise is on the cards. It will be held on an expanded scale next month. It won't help matters. A minor incident between the neighbors could lead to a clash. Experts say China could also get involved. So it may have more to do to restrain North Korea in 2023. But coming back to the parade, there was something unusual as Kim took his usual parade position on the balcony. Pyongyang's monster missiles weren't the only thing on display. Kim Jong-un's daughter was part of the show too. Kim Joo-ae joined her father for the parade. She's thought to be his second oldest child, around 10 years of age. This is her 5th public appearance in less than 3 months. And in this short span, she has undergone remarkable transformation. So much so that many wonder, has she been chosen as the future leader of North Korea? Just look at the pictures. They seem shocking. She takes center stage in each picture, sitting between her mother and father, surrounded by military officials. But as jarring as this is, maybe it's a strategy to slowly initiate her. Maybe this strategy is already working. The language used to address her has changed. Earlier, state media referred to her as beloved daughter. Now, she's being addressed as respected daughter. It's an adjective reserved only for the most revered. It's not unexpected that Kim will want to pass the mantle down to his daughter. But one thing is raising eyebrows. Why has her initiation sped up? Kim Jong-un is only 39. His daughter is a child. There's a lot of speculation. Maybe his health is not in the best shape? Maybe he's trying to give his daughter a good start? He was only publicly declared as the next leader a year before his father died. That gave him a rocky start. Maybe he's trying to overcome the prejudices of a deeply patriarchal society. North Korea has never been led by a woman. Installing a woman at the top will require a lot of work. But at the end of the day, more than being a male-dominated state, it's Kim-dominated. And it's believed that Kim is using her to send a message, both to Pyongyang and to the world. He has no intentions of giving up the top spot to someone from outside the family. He has no intentions of giving up his nuclear arsenal. And he may be trying to create an insurance, one that will help against any attempts to topple his regime.